Solid. Dead sir.
Thank you for joining us once again. This is the Unknown Cast. I am Six, King of the Scrubs. I'm joined here by, you know what? I'm going to fuck you over and use your old name, Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, really? That's copyrighted, my guy.
It is copyrighted. You still ran with that shit for a long time when you were doing the DJ gig.
We're going to go to jail now.
Yeah, nope, shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it
We're
down.
going to jail.
Demonetized.
We're going to jail. Well, we always are demonetized.
All right, so I'm sure the people are wondering. Actually, fuck y'all. I don't think anyone's watching this. This is for us. So explain to me what's going on here with this image we're using as our title card this week.
So I did an apprenticeship under a blacksmith who makes knives, and I occasionally help him out at the gun shows where I live at, to get shop time, so I can go and make knives, whatever.
Right.
So I was working a gun show last weekend for him.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy comes in with this, as you can see, massive
massive.
Absolutely massive M1 Garand.
That gun is an absolute unit.
So it's on one side it's like solid and whole, and on the other side it's like cut away. And it was a training aid that they would use. So they'd have it in the front of the classroom. It was this giant blown up thing, so that the people in the back of the classroom, when they were talking about how to dismantle it, how to do cleanings, and how to set up different parts of the gun, like the head spacing, they could show them on this giant gun on the wall.
Right.
And this man's was walking around with it, just this giant M1 Garand. And then he posed for me when I was taking. I asked him if I could take a photo, and he posed for me and held it like that. And so I decided to meme it up a bit.
I like it.
Give it the old vaporwave aesthetic.
Now that's not all you saw at the gun show, right?
No, there's always magical things to see at the gun show.
I absolutely love weekends when you go to the gun show.
Oh yeah,
it's
always a good time.
All right, so let's get fucking right into it here.
Okay,
so what's going on here? We're still fighting the Klingons. Is the Federation in danger?
So I took this picture. I had to be sneaky about it because I had like the shop shirt on and like an exhibitor badge. I had to be like sneaky when I was taking photos, like people thinking I was like trying to steal their ideas or something. I don't know.
Right.
But so being that I am a knife maker, I like to go around and look at what other people are selling when it comes to blades. And so this booth here had peak mall ninja shit.
This is like Reddit /r/mall ninja shit would have a heyday with this.
I don't know if you noticed, but in front of the Klingon sword there we got a whip.
Yep.
We got a bullwhip. We got a master sword. We have a zombie printed katana below a Pakistani katana.
And then I believe that is a zombie green like naginata of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like maybe a short spear of some kind. That definitely has a blade in that sheath.
Yeah, they were all swords. They were all bladed. None of them were sharp.
Well, of course not. It's mall ninja shit.
All of them were cast.
No shit. I guarantee you, none of those things have a full tang in them. Well, except the Klingon thing. But
none of them were even like water jet cut and hardened. They were cast metal.
Oof.
Every single one of them.
That's rough. So you
still see
all the things you could do with what you have here. So you have multiple ways to kill a zombie. You can take down Ganon and save your princess. You can bring down the Federation scum. And you could bring peace to the Middle East. All at one booth.
Unless it breaks, because more than likely it's gonna break.
Yeah, because it's fucking cast. Yeah, no, fair.
Oh,
fair.
they had a bunch more stuff on there. I didn't get in the photo. There's that little fake Viking helmet there.
Hey, I would get trashed and wear that thing at a fucking party.
That's about all it's good for. And this guy was like talking them up like actual helmets to use at like the like riots that are happening at like all the college campuses. He's like, yeah, you could use this helmet, and it's made out of like really thin, mild steel that I could bend with my hand. And he's telling this dude he could wear it for that and be fine. There was that one, and then like a Roman one, and they were both trash.
So I take it a lot of boomers frequent these events, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's FUD Central.
Oh shit! Look what we got here. What's going on here?
It's FUD Central. So
who is this for?
So I don't quite know who it's for. There was a couple people there that bought it and were wearing it. Like they bought it there and then instantly put it on.
God damn it.
So it's I don't
like,
know if
yay
knows.
Guns, but this shit.
So there, I don't know if you know, but that 45 that's on there, that Glock 1911, was made by Jesse James. He did this crazy engraving on a 1911 that says like the 45th president, like Donald Trump and crazy stuff.
Oh, lovely.
And so they put that on the shirt there, and then it said, it's got the Trump 45.
I mean, I don't mean to interrupt. I guess it's fitting to have a gun that fucks up as much as you do.
Well, yeah, I guess. And then it gets even better because underneath it goes, because the 44 didn't work for 8 years. But the 44 Magnum is a higher velocity round than the 45.
So, like, how the fuck... Like, does this shirt kind of subsequently shit on... oh, god damn it. I just had his name. Dirty Harry.
I guess.
God, what the... How did I forget his name?
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, Clint Eastwood.
He uses 44.
No, yeah.
But,
44 Magnum. But it's the world's most powerful handgun.
Yeah, well, we all know a 10 millimeter is best millimeter, but we don't need to get into that debate because there is
no gun debate. I know very little about firearms. You know this.
There is no debate. 10 millimeter equals best millimeter. There's nothing you can say to change that. You can't prove that wrong in any way, shape, or form. But no, so it's not only shitting on the big irons out there, but it's also shitting on Trump because, as you know, 1911s are trash.
Yeah, 2 world wars, man. Hey, 2 world wars.
Whatever,
2
man.
world wars.
I'm sure they didn't win the world wars, but whatever. They're trash. But yeah, that booth had plenty of boomer-tastic shirts. There was one that said "Black Rifles Matter." I thought that was kind of funny.
What the fuck? What?
It said "Black Rifles Matter" and had an AR-15 on it. And another one had the same, Google image search fucking clip art of an AR-15, and it said, "It's because I'm black, isn't it?"
I don't think they can do that. I really don't think they can do that.
Well, I saw a black man wearing the Black Rifles Matter shirt, and then his friend was buying the "It's 'cause I'm black, isn't it" shirt, and I thought that was hysterical.
That's who it's for. That's definitely who it's for.
I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah, now that I actually think about that, that's a pretty good meme. That's a good meme.
Yeah. Those are pretty good. Those weren't as boomer-tastic as this was the most boomer-tastic shirt they had, though.
Jesus Christ.
And it doesn't get much more boomer than that.
I think that's the end of the boomer shit you sent me, but man, we got some down south shit coming up. Oh no, I was wrong. No. I jumped the gun. No. I got excited.
You jumped the gun. So this one here, this is my least favorite booth. They're at the big gun show we have every year. Mm-hmm. It's my least favorite booth.
Why would that be?
Well, they're called Clips R Us.
What do they sell?
They have two big signs that sell clips, and they sell nothing but magazines.
So you're telling me I couldn't get like a Mosin clip or a Garand clip there or anything?
They might have had them, but they weren't like prominent and on display. Like I didn't see any clips in that booth at all.
So
it was all.
I just go pick up a 30-round clip-a-zine real quick, yeah?
You can go pick up a 30 caliber magazine clip that's capable of dispensing 100 bullets in half a second.
This is a ghost gun.
Yeah, it's from a ghost gun. From a ghost gun.
Do you have any more to say about that, or is that just really fucking rad?
No, that's just more of a pet peeve of mine that is there.
You're a bit of a gun snob.
Like, that is there. I'm not a bit of a gun snob, I am, but like, stop it, okay? Just stop.
All right, now we're on to this. Is like I've heard the tales of this booth.
Oh yeah, the tales.
I've heard the tales. What's going? I just you know what? You have my attention. You have my attention. Explain.
There's more to this booth here. It's a big. They've got like 10 tables, right? So on part of the tables they got like IFAKs and like first aid stuff and whatnot, and then like on the other side they've got like some like bags, and I think they had some plate carriers and whatnot. And then you come to the like chemistry part of it, and it's all legitimate chemistry stuff.
This is all like make your own shit.
Yeah, it's like Cody's lab, Cody's lab type shit. But it's just coincidentally.
For context, go look up Cody's lab on YouTube. Man made gunpowder out of his own piss.
Well, that got taken down.
Well, the government, the people are coming for him. He's just gonna stop uploading one day.
It's all that. It's all legitimate stuff. It's just also coincidentally all the things you would use to make meth.
Minus the ingredients, I take.
Minus the ingredients. It's all the glassware that you would need to make meth.
Now, for my sanity, can you pick up the proper ingredients at the gun show? Is everything you need there?
No, they're not. Everything you need is there. I didn't see any pseudo. That was not there, unfortunately. But it's not hard to get pseudo. Just have allergies.
Right.
There you go. You're good to go. You can get some. But yeah, it's just coincidentally all that. Well, you wouldn't even need pseudo to do it that way. You could.
Hey,
there's a show.
We were in a hypothetical. We don't need to go into the literal, okay?
There's a show out there. Some of you might have heard of it. It's about a teacher. He gets cancer and he makes meth.
Hero. Some would say a hero.
Some would say hero, but there's a way in there that he makes meth, and that's more what this is geared to. It's sometimes referred to as old school biker meth. But yeah, that's what this is more geared towards.
Was not expecting drug education in this week's episode.
Well, I mean, why not?
Fuck it, right?
I mean,
now you know, and knowing's half the battle.
Exactly. Now you know what to look out for.
Exactly.
You go over to your friend's house, you see all this stuff. It smells a little funny. Maybe you should leave.
Maybe you should leave. Maybe you shouldn't be friends with that person.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe you should call the cops.
Or if don't narc on nobody. Or if that floats your boat, maybe he should be your best friend. I don't know. That's up to you to decide, not me.
However, if that floats your boat, we, for the record, would not get along.
No, probably not.
Probably.
But
all right, so I guess well, because you had the interesting thing you did this week. I didn't do jack shit. I worked. I guess
I technically worked at that. But
well, I mean, you worked, but like it was.
I sold knives.
Yeah, fun working. Like you were having a ball.
Yeah, I sold knives and talked to a bunch of fuds and boomers.
So
great.
I got 2 pieces of music news to go over. One of them I feel like you'll be interested in. One of them you'll probably tune out a little bit. First one. Slick Rick's making a comeback.
Well,
he's re-releasing The Great Adventures of Slick Rick because it's the album's 30th anniversary.
I mean, he didn't go anywhere for me. He's still on my Spotify.
Absolutely. So. Same.
So I don't know. You don't really need to say making a comeback.
Well, okay.
He's still there.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. You know what I mean. Public eye. Slick Rick's kind of been out of the public eye for a while. So, and I will try to remember to put it into the description because they, I don't remember. It's one of these pop culture channels. They put out a video of him going over his jewelry, and it's actually everything he's wearing right now. I'm down with this. I think more old school rappers should kind of try to make a comeback. Some of them need to stay the fuck down. DMX being one. I don't think he could make a comeback in today's world.
No, he would. The Twitter outrage mob would have a heyday with him. I'm surprised they're not already having a heyday with his old music.
I think he gets a pass. Because the movement started at one point, and it's like from this point forward.
There's a lot of things that haven't gotten a pass that were around before the movement.
Hey, you know what? I bet they're still banging the X gonna give it to you. That's all I'm saying.
Probably.
That shit's in my workout mix. But I'm down with it. I honestly just wanted to touch on this. I think it's dope.
No, it is dope. A lot of old school cats need to definitely get back into it.
No, absolutely. I mean, if they still got it. Like, some of these older dudes can be washed.
First of all, you don't even need to still have it. All right, let's just face it. Hip hop as it comes now.
I don't want to see any old schoolers coming back as a fucking mumble rapper. Just do it like E40's been doing it. No.
You just need a hook and a fat beat. That's it. That's all you need.
Fair enough, but like, just do it like E40's been doing it. He's been doing the same shit for 35 years. He's still out here making money.
Yeah. Well, he also owns a winery.
Fair.
I think that's where most of his money comes from.
All right, so the other piece of music news, just real quick. The Mac Miller Celebration of Life Memorial concert happened. I would not have known about it had it not been for the article. I don't have the article pulled up. If you want to go read it, really, it just kind of was the focal point that directed me to the video, because they do have it posted up on YouTube, and I will put that link down in the description. It's a nice little watch, It definitely feels more like a gathering of sad friends. Granted, I'm watching it through a fucking computer screen, but you can kind of feel it. Hella motherfuckers showed up to this. Chance the Rapper, Action Bronson, Anderson .Paak, fucking Earl Sweatshirt showed up. John Mayer showed the fuck up and played one of Mac's songs. That was dope. That was really dope. It was a good watch. I know Mac Miller wasn't everybody's cup of tea. And honestly, look, he was a kid out here doing his thing, trying to spread happiness, I guess, would be the best way to explain it. You know what I mean? Gone too soon. And in all honesty, it speaks to, we need to focus on the drug problem. It's not weed. And granted, I know I say it's not weed while I am currently smacked, but
there isn't a drug problem. There isn't a problem with the drugs. It's the fact that
it's the cult.
They're constantly criminalized. Well, and with that criminalization comes a stigma.
It comes a stigma, you can glorify it.
Is if you do drugs, you're a criminal, and so the chances of anybody offering to help you or give you help isn't there,
right?
Because you're seen as a criminal, and until you're not seen as a criminal, you can't really get help if you have an addiction. There shouldn't be any reason why somebody shouldn't be able to recreationally use any drug of their choice.
Going on this rant again, huh?
It's not. I mean, it's not really a rant. It's just
I feel that. I'm sorry. Heroin is a no.
Well, that's for you personally, but not for everyone. There's some people who can use heroin responsibly. People get it given to them every day at hospitals.
I get what you mean. I can't say too much about it without being a hypocrite. I'm a very frequent user of marijuana.
Well, if you decriminalize it and I can walk into a store and buy it, I know what I'm getting, I know what I'm buying, and the person there isn't going to intentionally sell me more than what I would really need and isn't going to let me die.
I do feel that. I do feel that. I do like being able to go into the dispensary and just kind of I know what I'm getting.
Yeah, you know what you're getting.
I know what I'm getting.
It's
They're
clean.
Straight up with me about it,
Because if you look at a lot of the people that are overdosing on heroin, they're actually overdosing on fentanyl because they think they're getting heroin and they're getting fentanyl.
Right.
So they're doing the amount that they would do for heroin, which is an overdose of fentanyl. So if it was decriminalized and available at Walmart or Amazon, then this wouldn't really be a problem. Or if somebody did do that, it would be easier to stop them.
No. Hold up. You can't just say pick up heroin at Walmart like it's regular like that.
Well, I can walk in the store and pick up alcohol.
Fair.
And it's just as dangerous.
I mean, to be perfectly fair, the war on drugs has entirely failed several times over.
Well, yeah, it's just a waste of money.
If it, I mean, to be
money.
So like, being as broke as I am, I probably shouldn't look at it like this, but like, imagine the amount of money you could get if like all that shit was like regulated.
Well, like legal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, that's easy money.
Well, that could be the turning point that would turn us into the greatest nation on earth, at least the richest one.
Well, I mean, you can look at other nations that have decriminalized drugs and watch their addiction rates fall and their overdoses fall through the roof. Even just places that have legal injection and use sites where it's still decriminalized, but they have places where you can go, you don't get arrested, and there's a nurse or a doctor or a medical practitioner there who makes sure you have clean needle, and they test it to make sure it's what you think you're getting and what you're using. And they make sure it's an appropriate amount so that you don't kill yourself. Even just doing that has lowered addiction rate.
No, I feel that. Anyway, that got a little heavy. We're going to go to the next topic because the next topic is fucking dope because the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is anime now.
I have a reason to watch it.
Exactly. I'm gonna watch it for about 5 minutes.
I'm gonna watch it until
the point in the video here.
I'm gonna watch it until the homie rolls by, and then I'm done.
Gonna go eat.
I'm done.
This is big. This is dope. I'm all about this. 100% about this. To be fair, and this is the smug, very seasoned internet side of me, that's a whole lot of normies to shit on that are going to be coming my way around the holiday season.
Well, not only that, I'm interested to hear. You know how they have those like the super white people newscasters?
Oh my god, that's gonna suck. Well, Dragon Ball Z is not too bad, and Goku is not too bad.
Well, they're gonna fuck it up somehow.
You know what? I bet you're right. I'm willing to bet you're right.
Look how long it took them to get the Pokemon right.
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, that's quick. There's really not a whole lot to say about that. It's dope. It's fantastic. It's lit. Absolutely, it's lit. Now, I do have a small segment I'm going to go on. We got a couple segments this week, I think, because we had the gun show, we got what I'm about to do, and then we got our respective game updates later. So, that video is irrelevant. They probably apparently have been playing in the background. So, a Good Samaritan saves woman from knife-wielding man inside a Starbucks. Long story short, lady ran into a Starbucks. Dude followed her in with a machete. Everyone left the Starbucks except this man. This man right here. I apologize to anybody actually watching this. I'm going to pop OBS up because I'm paranoid. Alright, yeah, that worked. Alright, cool. This dude got in front of the woman, the attacker. This happened back in September, but like there's new stuff to go with it. I'm just giving like the entirety of the context. And I think it's dope. Stories like this make you kind of, believe in humanity a little bit more, especially in today's world. Anyway, homie gets in between the woman in distress and the attacker and fucking tussles with him. He ends up hitting the ground, gets stabbed, his arm gets all kinds of fucked up. He ends up in the hospital. Dude's okay. According to the story as I understand it, could be wrong, normally wrong, the shirt you see him in this photo is the shirt he was wearing when the attack happened. So someone took a little bit of notice of that. That man being the voice of All Might himself, Christopher R. Sabat. So Chris Sabat got in touch with this dude and gave him a role in the new Broly movie, a voice acting part. Is that what it takes to get into the industry?
Well, I mean, as he says there, we roll out the red carpet for heroes. So,
dead ass. This home, I can it would be great if somebody was just there with a boombox ready for it to just play "You Say Run," because you and I both damn well know man's a weeb.
Oh yeah.
He heard you say run in his fucking head.
Yep. He heard it in his head while it was happening.
And I if there was video, it'd be great. I could just imagine him just careening through a Starbucks screaming, the Detroit Smash.
Do you think he said United States of Smash when he punched him?
I'd hope
when they got in the tussle. I would have said something stupid, some stupid one-liner. You have to have the stupid one-liner. It's like a requirement. They're I have a friend of mine who had one, and his was, "I got the sauce, bitches, come get it." I mean, what gets better than that? He had his bottle of whiskey, and he was ready.
Do I know this person?
No.
Okay.
You don't know this person.
Okay.
You don't know this person. I'm not going to go into detail of the story. It's
That's something I could see a certain tall Florida-dwelling man doing.
No.
I feel like that doesn't give it up. That's cool, right? That's
yeah,
good?
no, that's fine. But yeah, no, it was not. It's not anyone you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty baller though. But man, this is literally Go plus Ultra. Yep. Obviously, don't put yourself in harm's way. I'm not advocating for that. But
unless you feel confident in it, I'll advocate for it.
Yeah, fuck it, right? If you're I can handle this shit, go for it.
Go for it.
Fuck it.
We need more people like that.
Yeah, we need more people like this, man.
It's why I carry my big ass knife and my pistol with me everywhere. If something like that ever happens.
And what I find, and obviously there's, if anyone anyone who ends up listening to this, whatever, in fucking My Hero Academia, when All Might sees Deku do the thing when his body moves before he has time to think, that's literally what happened here.
Yeah.
So I guess anime is a good thing.
When has it ever been a bad thing?
Oh, well, you and I, it's Sword Art Online.
I mean, I guess.
Also,
but that's
Goblin Slayer. Hurrah! Show fucking sucks. Fight me. Anyway, we can move on.
Which is worse, Sword Art Online or Goblin Slayer? If you had to pick one anime to watch for the rest of your life.
Wait, if I had to pick one of them to watch.
It's the only one you can watch for the rest of your life. Sword Art Online or Goblin Slayer.
Can I shoot myself?
No, it's not an option.
Shit.
You live in California. Guns are illegal.
God damn it. That's a toughie.
It's easy for me. I'm going Sword Art Online just because for the 5 episodes that Sinone's in it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Agreed.
That's the only redeeming factor to that show.
Yeah, no, fair. All right, so now we got a couple of videos. BlizzCon happened while we were away. Yeah, there's a lot. So, to be fair, I'm gonna start with what enticed me the most. This almost made me want to reinstall Overwatch. Almost.
I don't think I'll ever reinstall it.
I mean,
oh shit! Just mute it. We don't want to get claimed.
Yeah, we don't get claimed. I'll play a little bit of the video.
No, you can play the whole thing, fair use and whatnot. We're talking.
Right. Now, dude, and in all honesty, I'm pretty sure you can tell why this almost makes me want to reinstall the game.
Oh, it got me close. She's got an over/under.
Yeah, no, just a wild west waifu right there. That's 4 W's, my guy.
She got an over/under.
Come
on
now. Repeater and a sawed-off double-barrel shotgun.
And you can rocket jump with her.
Dude, she's got a fucking striker.
Yeah.
She's basically fighting games.
Yeah.
Like it's well, okay. Well, and she also has dynamite. Like she's basically this is Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, is that what's going on?
I guess I part of me thinks that that's why they released her when they did.
Probably, right?
Part of me wants to think that. But
let's see here. I think it's getting to her alt. No, I'm gonna go forward a little bit. Okay, so she has a striker. It's a giant omnic dude with a hat.
it's okay. That man's in a biker gang. First of all,
Well,
look at his Fu
they
Manchu.
They are in a gang, actually.
Look at his Fu Manchu and his bowler hat.
So his name's Bob. Apparently, the fans are speculating that means big omnic butler.
Okay.
That'd be pretty cool. That's smart. That's clever. Still, fuck you, Jeff Kaplan. You fucking prick. Fight me. I will fight you at BlizzCon next year.
Literal good boy meter.
Okay, to be fair, okay. Again, same thing with Siege. Yeah, but you know what? Again, still don't want to play the game, but Tracy.
You know what? No. Literal good boy meter. That was enough for me to be done with it. But TF2 has an achievement for making somebody toxic. You kill leave the server. Like, come on. All right, unpopular opinion here. Unpopular hot take.
All right, let's hear it.
Overwatch is only good because it has no real competition.
You mean like in general? Because it doesn't really it exists in kind of a midpoint genre of its own?
Yeah, it has no competition.
What's its competition? Fucking Paladins
there isn't
and
one.
Battleborn?
Those don't count. They're not anywhere near what Overwatch is.
I'm helping you illustrate your point here. Yeah. We're on the same page.
Yeah, it has no competition. That's the only reason it's held
I feel that.
So high.
I feel that. And it hasn't really held the hype has not carried over super it's still got a massive following, but there's been points where it drops off. Insane numbers.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And to be fair, I have a very personal vendetta with Overwatch, and that's just simply because you know me, who do I play in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike when I want to win?
Well, if you're playing against me, you pick Ken.
Exactly. I pick what kind of Ken do I pick?
You pick Daigo Ken.
Yeah, that for the uninitiated, that is a white gi. And that's because I am a tier whore. Flowchart Ken, pretty fucking solid. Ken is pretty much tippy top of that game. Ken, Chun-Li, I love my boy Dutters. Love taking people to Duff City, but what up, Smug? I should have said the wrong name.
He'll body you free.
I should have said the wrong name. Nah, our match would probably be Charity. And I say that very confidently, having not touched Street Fighter in about 6 months.
It would be Charity.
Nah, I would absolutely probably get bodied because I like to talk shit without being able to back it up. And I kind of fell out of love with Street Fighter 2, but now I'm going on a tangent. Anyway, more BlizzCon shit, right? Oh, anyway. No. I didn't finish my initial point. That's probably why I shouldn't smoke while we're recording.
Probably.
I'm a tier whore, so every character I picked would get nerfed subsequently.
Well, they nerfed the skill out of the game. Remember when it first came out? McCree was really good, but you had to be able to hit the shots with him for it to work. You had to learn the spray pattern with the right click. You had to be good with your 1Ds with the left click in order for it to work. Not everyone could do it.
I'm stuffing the barrel in his throat.
Well, there's that too, but you know what I mean. You could do it long range if you learned the spray pattern with it.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what the good players would do.
I'm not gonna say okay. Vanilla McCree needed work. He did not need nerfed into the ground like he had, and I mean he's way better than that initial extreme you're irrelevant now nerf. But he's not Vanilla McCree anymore. That was some of the most fun I had. Roadhog getting nerfed was the final straw for me.
Yeah, I think that's what did it for me.
And then I went to pick the game back up, and I went to play Mercy again because this was after Ana had her initial nerf because people started bitching. They nerfed Mercy, which was my secondary healer. No, they nerfed Mercy entirely. They reworked her entire set. They made it for a long time. She was a shitty healer.
Yeah,
she can just be out healed now. Which, I mean, to be fair, they wanted to break the Mercy meta. I get it. Still, fuck off. Anyway, moving on. Warcraft 3 Reforged. They're re-releasing it. About fucking time.
Yeah, about fucking time.
I kind of figured they're somehow still striking while the iron is hot, but they definitely made a very, very fashionably late entrance.
Yeah. I mean, it looks dope.
It looks like Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3 is dope.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the
it looks
story.
like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good fucking time.
Warcraft 3 is dope.
It's gonna be a fucking good time.
About fucking time.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the updated models. Everything looks great.
Yeah,
ain't really got a whole lot of bad things to say.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything really bad to say so far.
Exactly. Yeah, so far. We'll see what happens if they do any fuckery. I doubt it.
Yeah.
They kind of have a sense of when to leave well enough alone, and that's because Warcraft Classic is coming, or World of Warcraft Classic is leaving that fuck up in. Yeah, a little bit. I think. World of Warcraft Classic is coming out now. We understand why they were hunting down vanilla servers.
Yeah, they were hunting down private-owned vanilla servers for a while.
This is like as far back as a couple of years ago now. This is when they started hitting the C&Ds in waves. Cool. I'm glad they're offering it up. You know, that was something the fans had to do for a long time. It was a labor of love for most of the people who did it. Cool. World of Warcraft Vanilla is dope.
I don't know. I kind of just wish instead of C&Ding it, they would have like bought the servers from them.
Yeah.
Because people put a lot of time.
They put a lot of fucking time and effort into that. Yeah.
And a lot of people donated money to help make that work. And now it's just kind of like, oh, now I have to give Blizzard money again.
Again, yeah.
To play the classic game that I wanted to keep playing because they wouldn't keep classic servers alive.
Yeah, I guarantee you there's still a few free servers out there. I would still rather go do that because I'm only going to pay for a World of Warcraft subscription if I'm going to play the new expansion.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $60 to have my soul sucked away as I fucking scratch the itch that is I need to play an MMORPG that I get every few months or so.
Yeah. Well, I have a better one for you.
Okay.
It's we're gonna talk about it later.
Okay.
But it's called Warframe. You should check it out.
Oh no, I have checked it out, dog.
Yeah, it's free.
I have checked it out.
And
I fell out of my need for an MMORPG, so obviously I've been taking a break. But no, we can once we get through the BlizzCon stuff, we can do that if you'd like.
No, we'll keep it in order. I'll just
okay.
I'm just saying, scratch that itch for free.
No, yeah.
Hit the plug.
Yeah, no, hit the plug. You're doing DE a service while we broadcast to nobody.
They deserve it.
No, they do. Absolutely, they work hard. We'll get to that later anyway. Diablo 3 Eternal Collection on Nintendo Switch. I actually got to spend a little bit of time with this morning. Homie, one of the homies has a Switch. He dropped in this morning before he ran to work. Showed me. Game looks fucking good. It's Diablo 3. If you liked Diablo 3 and you have a Switch, it's worth picking up. Period.
Yeah.
I'm going to be picking it up. Just gotta wait for that payday. You know what I'm saying? We are very far from being paid out here.
Yeah.
We broke gang. Gang.
Broke gang.
Not much to say. Diablo 3's been out for a long fucking time. Everybody knows about Diablo 3.
It's Diablo 3.
Yeah, that is it. Oh, speaking of Diablo.
Yeah, the reason that
Go ahead.
the reason I might not actually buy the new Warcraft 3 Reforged is this right here.
Why? Because you don't want to give Blizzard money because they're
Nope.
making a Diablo game that's mobile only.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Here.
Oh
hand them money.
Oh god, that was loud. I am sorry. Rip headphone users.
Yeah, and they made it worse by when questioned about it and saw the audience being all upset about it and booing them. Their response was, "What? Don't you all have phones?" And it's like, bro, that's not what you say here. It was just a shitstorm, and then, and like, what are they thinking? What? Why? What's the purpose? Do you have an answer for that?
Right.
Like, I can't answer I can't see any reason why, outside unless they're trying to do, like what Bethesda did, where they leased that Fallout game on mobile, and then that was just like kind of a holdover for the regular one, and it was like, oh, okay, whatever, I guess, way to make some money off the normies and maybe get the normies to buy your other games.
Right.
So, but I just, it's a shitstorm.
Yeah.
And it ruined all that good shit they put out that we talked about before.
Yeah.
It ruined it.
Yeah, that's bad taste. That's a bad taste. It ruined
it. Like, and then it gets even worse. You got people out here and these game journos saying that gamers are entitled and whiny and this, that, and the other because there was a guy there, the red shirt hero, who asked them if it was an out-of-season April Fool's joke.
Right.
And the crowd was booing, and they're like, they shouldn't do that. They're entitled, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, these people paid money to go to a convention to watch commercials. Because that's what it is. That's what BlizzCon is. There's other things, but the meat and potatoes of it is you pay money to watch commercials.
Also, yeah, you can say they're entitled, but at the end of the day, and I don't like the games as a service model, but this isn't how I mean this, what I'm about to say. As a video game developer, you are providing a service. You do have a demographic you're aiming for, much like you would in television, movies, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I heard you mid-vape just now.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw attention to it. That was not a fuck up. He was vaping.
Yep.
But like, you piss your fan base off, you're basically like burning your own money.
Yeah. No, it's not basically. You are burning your own money. And then you got people that are trying to defend them and whatnot, saying that
I do have a hot take. I do have a hot take, because here's the thing. If you wanted to break into mobile, I don't know why. Only the fucking people who game on mobile are psychopaths.
Well, the thing is
why would I want a Diablo game on my phone?
You've got, hold on, what we got here? We're redoing Warcraft 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing back World of Warcraft Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You're remastering Diablo 3 for the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck couldn't you remaster another Diablo for PC alongside this mobile launch?
Right.
Like, why wasn't that something you did? You had to know going into this that your fan base was not going to like it. Nobody plays Diablo. Anybody who plays Diablo that would go to BlizzCon and care about it is playing it on anything but a PC. That's what they're playing it on. So
right.
Why wouldn't you release a new Diablo game on PC? That just, I don't understand it. Or even just tease the fact that you're working on it.
Right. I don't. Fire whoever the fuck's idea this was.
Do as in what my favorite MTG finance guy Rudy likes to say. He said it in a video. He said, walk in there. It was on a video about this. Walk in there, slap everyone in the balls, and say you're fired.
Fair
Those
enough.
were his words.
We're gonna leave that on that. I think that's a good. That's very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good stopping point. That's exactly where that should be left off. Nintendo released some cool shit. There was a direct as well while we were gone.
Yeah.
Anyway, you'll see in the docket, I have this titled, "Why the fuck?" Well, no, it just says, "Why Smash Get Good Ken." Why the fuck does Ken look better in something that's not a fucking fighting game? Fight me on that. It's not a goddamn fighting game.
No. It's an action game. The guy who
Why
made
he
it
look
said so
better
himself.
here? Why he look better here than he does in Street Fighter V?
You know, I don't know. I think it's because Capcom was smoking some serious crack when they made Ken, and Nintendo was like, "Oh, we're gonna pull, like Street Fighter 4 Ken, and just use that because he doesn't look like he has bananas."
No, it's actually
on his head."
it's actually Super Turbo.
Oh, they pulled Super Turbo Ken.
Actually,
Okay.
Super Turbo. He seems to have all the best things from Super Turbo Ken and Third Strike Ken, which tells me there's a few fighting game fans in the dev team for Smash, which fantastic.
Well, I think they just went back super far, just
cause that's when it was like Tippy Top King.
Yeah, probably. They probably just went to the peak of Street Fighter arcade.
They're calling him an Echo Fighter, but he has his own moveset. Sure, their moves are similar, but that's that's like the thing.
Yeah,
like their moves are similar. Ryu hits harder, Ken is faster.
You can do the quarter circles and DPs to do the moves and stuff. At least that's how it was in the other Smash.
No, that's how it's going to be in this one too. That's how it's going to be in this one too.
Yeah, you can do them that way, or you can do it with like the tilts and the smash button. You can do it with tilts, but they have different properties. Like if you do the motion, it's like faster or slower, versus if you do the tilt. Same with the DPs. They have different properties depending on which way you do it.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't get too much into it. I was at a tournament one day, and they had open setups for it, and so I just sat down and was like, "Why? Let's see how much of a fighting game this is." And so I picked
really not
Ryu, and it was super easy.
Well, I mean, it was easy, but Ryu has like actual Street Fighter, and Ryu's. I liked Ryu because I have Smash 4 on my DS. Because what the fuck else was I gonna buy for my Nintendo DS? I had a lot of fun with Ryu. I also had a lot of fun with Bayonetta, but that's kind of beside the point. Of course I did.
She's broken in that game.
Well.
She's
whatever.
broken. They're gonna soft ban her next.
So attached to this, and this is Nintendo has a way of making me spend money.
Yeah.
Everybody who's in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gets an amiibo.
Yeah, I'm getting the Ken one.
I'm absolutely getting the Ken one. I'm also going to get a Snake one.
I don't even own a Switch, and I still want the Ken one.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like a collectible figurine, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I still want the it's gonna be lit.
So yeah, no, that happened.
Non-banana haired Ken.
Yeah, that happened. Really not much more to say about it. Nintendo, you just kind of they're printing money. Literally. They've been printing money for a very long time. Now, do you see... Speaking of printing money, let's actually talk about burning money. Let's go back to the burning money thing. Did you see what's been going on with Rainbow Six?
Yeah, I saw that, and then
they're calling them aesthetic changes.
Yeah, I saw something else where they're rolling back some of them for different builds. I don't know. I didn't look that much into it just because once I saw the initial one, I was done with the game. I
would love for us to be wrong about this because this caused a shitload of outrage.
I was already not a fan of their whole ban you for toxic behavior in chat.
Yeah,
thing,
but I still have a lot of fun playing the game.
But I could let it slide. But this here was enough for me to be
like border, like, and I get it. You know, you want to go into other territories. Not the way to do it. This is not the way to do it.
They should have had the foresight to know that they planned on going there in the first place. And if they would have just built the game from the ground up, being like it is now after these changes, nobody would have noticed. No one would have cared.
However, you know that I am a Caveira main on defense, yeah?
Yeah.
If we have to get rid... Hold on. If China doesn't... Because China doesn't allow skull imagery, right?
No. Her skull's fine. Her skull's fine. Her skull on her face isn't being changed. And it's not that skull imagery is banned in China. You can have some of it. You just can't have like certain ones of it. And
Yeah, apparently
it's weird. It's really weird.
It's
like,
really weird and vague. Like the melee icon's not a knife anymore. It's just gonna be a fist.
Yeah, that's
also I want to fucking I better like just uppercut somebody.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
Yeah, well,
I'd be down with that. The death icon, that could have very well been the death icon from the get go, and no one would have fucking questioned it.
No, and same with the friendly fire one. Nobody would have questioned it at all.
Absolutely.
Same with everything that you
this,
see here.
Yeah.
Could have been like this from the start.
Yeah.
Nobody would have noticed.
You know, do what every other fucking game company does that does stuff like this.
Pause here on the gambling one, because this is my favorite one. So they had to remove the images of the slot machines because gambling's bad. But their pack systems, their microtransactions, their loot boxes, which is literal gambling, that can stay.
Yeah. No,
it's their actual gambling, which is what's the problem with in China, can stay, but you can't have a slot machine.
Right, and it's like very obviously
like that's my biggest thing. If you wanted to do that, why you fought tooth and nail to keep that, I already know it.
Oh, absolutely.
And found a way to work that around.
That's the moneymaker.
Why didn't you do the
environmental blood has to go away, and they did specify. I did see that it was specified. Also, I'm really mad that my little home automation thing just went off. She needs to learn her own fucking name. She really does.
She'd really do.
Fucking bitch. That thing's coming for me when the robots rise up. I know it.
Oh well.
So anyway, they did specify that environmental blood does not mean blood you will see when you shoot an enemy.
Yeah.
Like the mist that comes out when you get a hit. Apparently that's allowed to stay as well.
Yeah, that can stay. It's the blood that's just like on the wall.
Demonetized.
No, we're fine.
It's art. I know we're fine. It's art. And I actually, while I don't like all of Jeremy's opinions, I like the way he put this. They had to replace the working lady with a hand.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, the game's still gonna have a following once all this shit goes through.
Yeah.
Either it'll go through or Ubi will fold and just do multiple builds of the game.
Which they should have done from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have had to be fair, I don't know
Valve,
what it would require.
Who's significant, Valve CSGO team, who's significantly smaller than Ubisoft, did multiple builds for China.
Yeah.
And I can still play with people on the Chinese build.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for them not to do that with Siege.
No, there's really not. And that's actually the point I was going to get to. Like, even if you were waiting, like, why not just have a build ready? Just have it on deck somewhere.
I don't know why they didn't have the foresight to see that they were going to go into the Chinese market. Like, how would you not think of that?
So, and like, this is kind of like, okay, the funny part of this is they were like, the Reddit was like petitioning. They were like, Ubisoft, remove Tom Clancy's name from the game because he wouldn't support somebody bending over for commies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I feel like that's a little extreme. I feel like it's a little extreme, but that's pretty funny, and that's a fair point, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't want to have
because Tom Clancy himself was very outspoken against communism.
Yeah, I don't want to have my Tom Clancy game bent over and changed to fit fucking commie needs.
Exactly.
Like, read any Tom Clancy book, and you will see that he was not a fan of the communisms.
But I mean, there's really not a whole lot to say about it, in all honesty. Like, I mean, we've pretty much said everything. And I mean, it says right there, it's not going to change the core of the game, and I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not.
No, the game's going to stay the same. It's all aesthetics. It's all visuals.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the same time, why does my game have to change so you can sell it in China?
Exactly.
Am I going to get a kickback for this? Like, this isn't what I bought.
Yeah, right.
I didn't buy this,
Well, I mean, like I said, I feel
version.
like the outrage is going to die down, and then it'll just be business as usual.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still probably going to play it. In all honesty, I have a lot of fun playing the game. You get to do a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah, I'll still play it. But
all right. Anyway,
I won't spend any money on it.
Yeah, no, I probably won't give it a whole lot more money. In all honesty, do 2 builds. I'll give you more money, Yubi.
Yeah, you do 2 separate builds. My game doesn't change. I'll still give you money.
Exactly.
Which I saw something that they might be doing that. I don't know.
I mean, you have this much pushback. You have Chinese fans saying this is bullshit. They don't even have the game yet.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I didn't really pay attention much past this because I was turned off from it. I was like, all right, whatever, this is dumb.
Yeah, I just kind of I saw this initially. I threw it in the docket, but I was like, you know what? I'll just see. We might revisit this one in the next episode. I just want to see what happens after it dies down because I mean, it's just rabble is a lot of what's going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh shit! I should have turned off Steam notifications.
Oh well, who cares?
Who cares? Yeah, fuck them. Anyway, I'll turn it off next week. It's only episode 2, motherfuckers. You came back this far to listen. You give a shit.
Yep.
Thank you from the past. Next topic's pretty much all you, because we both have stake in Magic the Gathering, but you were always way more into it than I was, and for a lot longer.
So this here is Wizards doing some fuck shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, as they've been doing for quite some time now, for one reason.
Doing some extra gay fuck shit. So they're coming out with Ultimate Masters, and if you play Magic and you're into MTG Finance and all that nonsense, you know how great of a success the past Masters sets were. That was sarcasm there.
Uh-huh.
This one here is probably cream of the crop dog shit. So it's a 254 card set, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get 254 cards per box. It's 24 packs, 15 booster card packs.
Uh-huh.
You get 1 ultimate box topper per box. Okay. The MSRP
I can already
of these
tell
boxes,
you Game Stars are going to be pulling those out.
Well, the MSRP of this is $335. Ain't no game store selling it for $335. You're paying $450, $500 for this box.
$450, yep, exactly.
Now, usually with the Masters sets, it's a local game store only or WPN store only type thing.
Right.
Well, not anymore because WotC partnered with Amazon and Walmart and Target because they want to destroy the local game store. Apparently, you can get this in your 3-pack blister packs for $34.99 at all of these stores. You just can't get the box sets.
Right.
So what comes in this ultimate box topper here? If you'll scroll down so they can see it, it's got the cards in the bottom that come in the box toppers.
Mm.
It comes with what they're calling full art. That's in quotations there. They're calling it full art.
That's going.
So we'll keep going down. It's got the comparisons.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's
keep
the
going
same
down.
shit.
Keep going down more. It's got all of them. So here we go. Here's all of them. So what's on the left is your full arts, and what's on the right is the normal card.
I don't see a fucking difference.
Well, if you look closely at where the image is, there's no border there, but just where the image is, it's not a true full art like the Pokemon cards are. It's not a full art. It's
they've done
partial
full
art.
arts in the past that looked better than this.
They do full art lands that are true full art lands. They've done true full arts, but these aren't full arts. And that you get 1 of these per booster box, and there's 40 of them.
They're just trying. I think they're just trying to make as much money as possible before they go under.
Well, they're failing. But here's what's going to happen with these box sets like this, right? Your distributors and your game stores are going to buy pallets, right?
Right.
They're going to take that pallet and they're going to shove it in the back of the warehouse.
Right.
And it's going to sit there, and it's never going to be entered into inventory. And they're going to wait for everybody to buy out of boxes, and then they're going to pull that pallet back up 2 years from now and start selling them boxes for $700.
Because you can't.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Because that's what's exactly what's going to happen. But it's just they haven't fixed the card quality. You're going to buy this $500 booster box and open it up, and your cards are going to look like a piece of Pringles in about 2 or 3 weeks down the line. They're just going to be destroyed and all C-shaped, and that's like, why even buy them? I can buy counterfeit cards from China and stuff that are better card quality than the actual ones.
This keeps coming up because I think we mentioned it last week when we brought Magic up.
Yeah.
And the fact that that's a very like hard argument right now is kind of fucking bad.
Well, I'm gonna keep saying it because all the big people in there, fuck it, I'll name names. You got Wedge and you got the professor out here who's sponsored by Magic, and they live off of sucking Watsy's teat.
Name names. No one's listening to this.
I don't give a fuck. Well, they might
fight me,
but fight me. Come at me, bro. But no, you got Wedge in
all
them.
The smoke. Come get me.
They'll bring it up, like they brought it up for like a little bit, but the card quality hasn't fixed, and they're still not constantly hammering it in. Like in every single one of Professor's, should you buy this things, I haven't really heard him say the card quality's trash. Your cards are gonna bend, and dock it for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he kind of stopped bringing it up, and Wedge, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Probably running away to Europe or something. He really hasn't made a whole lot of content recently.
Yeah, but when the community treats people who actually speak out about the shit that's going wrong, like look what happened to Jeremy Hambley. He got pretty much entirely ostracized from the Wizards.
Well, that was for another reason.
Well, yes,
he got
but
banned
still,
for another reason.
Yeah, he got banned because he made a fire ass meme.
Yeah, because he shit talked White Knights in the comment section of a cosplay thought that they hired to do cosplay, and so that was enough to get him banned.
For the record, cosplay is an art form. Cosplay thoughts are. I feel like a culture vulture is not quite. I don't feel like everybody does. I don't feel like everybody does. I don't feel like culture vulture might be the right term, but that's essentially what I'm getting at here.
Yeah, but
they are a plague on the industry. It's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, he made a video making fun of the White Knights and talking about how they hired this cosplay thought, which she really didn't even get paid a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
But he just made a video talking about it, and apparently she came out and said that it was like years of harassment, and blamed it all on him, and he got a lifetime ban for that. But guys who cheat in Pro Tours get like 1-year bans, or get a 1-year ban and then have it lifted at the next tournament that they go to so they can compete.
We won't touch on the Predator story. We'll be here all fucking night.
Yeah, we don't need to touch on
Wizards
on
of the Coast is letting some weird shit fly.
Yeah, we won't touch on the pedos thing.
But
then,
go ahead.
But no, on that still, while we're there, Matt Lauder, the guy who punched him, came up, sucker punched him and attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
When I was with him at that bar that night, got served his court papers.
For the record, that's the gentleman who punched Jeremy Hambley while he was at Gen Con.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say allegedly because I synced it.
Yeah, you were there. You were there.
I synced it. I'm not gonna say allegedly.
You literally. Now, Jeremy. While I wasn't there to see it, I definitely got a call from you immediately after it happened, saying you will not believe what the fuck just happened.
I synced it with my own eyes. I helped pull the man away from Jeremy, and then when Jeremy got inside, the dude tried to chase after him, and I kind of stood in between him and the door, and that I guess pissed him off, and he broke a window and then ran away. But
I mean, to be fair, I understand Indianapolis. That shit happened.
Oh yeah, no, it happened. Well, the dude's not even from here. He's from Massachusetts or some shit. I don't know. He's somewhere on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But he came out of nowhere, asked him who his name was, and then just after he said that, he started punching him, saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," or whatever. All because Jeremy was mad that, what's her name? Femme Freak. What's her fucking name? She has the feminist frequency, whatever. She was speaking at Gen Con. Anita Snarkeesian.
Yeah. Anita
someone who she didn't need to be a guest at Gen Con, but she was.
Why the fuck is she still allowed to be relevant?
I don't know. Because whammons, I guess. Because whammons.
If Anita Sarkeesian is your whammons, you need to fucking...
I don't know. Because whammons in video games and men are gatekeeping. Which I don't
know
if if you actually go to a local game store and actually go to Friday Night Magics and go to these Warhammer meetups, you would notice that there's no gatekeeping at all. Because they can't see that it couldn't possibly be that, not a lot of women are just that interested in it.
Exactly.
It can't be that. It's not that they're not interested. It's that men are gatekeeping and turning them away.
Yeah. I noticed that like the new wave feminist train just like comes to town, fucks everything up, and then leaves and never gives it a second glance. Like, look what they did to comics.
Oh yeah. Comicsgate was still going strong apparently.
Yeah.
People I follow on Twitter are talking about it. I stopped caring. I'm not that big into comics, but I don't like when people come in and fuck with people's shit. Try and change things to fit their to fit the small minority of people.
Exactly.
In my opinion, I saw it as trying to change somebody else's art. That's what I saw, and I'm not a huge fan of that.
I'd definitely call
I'm not a huge fan of that. That's their art. It's how they wanted it. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Right.
Get something else that fits your needs. But it's they want to say it's gatekeeping, and then you got these articles coming out talking about how there's these horror stories of going to local game stores about how the men they're like, oh, let me see your deck. I can build it better for you. And it's like they're taking it as, oh, they assume that I don't know what I'm doing. No, they're just trying to help you. Anytime I go to
you did that shit with me when I got into Magic.
Yeah. Anytime I go to a new game store that I've never played at before and sit down and play with people and I lose, or even if I win, they're always like, hey, let me see your deck. Maybe I can help you out with it. It's just it's like a friendly thing on helping you construct your deck. It's kind of like an icebreaker thing. It has been since I've been in Magic.
And to be fair, Magic's more of my secondary game. That while there's a lot of thuggery in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's a lot of there's a lot of the camaraderie as well. Like at meetups, the same shit happens. Man, hey, let me see your deck. Let's figure out if we can make it better.
Yeah, I mean, when you lose to somebody and they're like, let me see your deck, I'm sure I can build it better for you. It's not meant as an insult.
I want you to play me again, and I want you to try and beat me. I want you to be able to play at my level.
Yeah, I want you to be better is what it is. And, and they're taking it as it's because I'm a whammons. And that's not the case at all. It happens
to be
everyone.
Fair, no, it's just because you're new.
Yeah, it's just because you may not be new to Magic, but you're new to that local game store. And so in their mind, you're new to Magic. You're new. You're a new player.
I don't want to sound too inspirationalist, but I do think this rings true. Everybody knows something you don't.
Yeah. Oh, no. You should. Jordan Peterson says it. You should always assume the person talking to you has something to teach you. Always assume that. And when you go into a conversation like that, you start to realize that a lot of things that would piss you off don't really bother you anymore.
Right.
And it's fantastic. It's a great way to look at things, especially in an environment like that.
Exactly.
But I think that's enough of that.
Yeah. So how do you want to do this? You just spent a long time talking about Magic. Do you want me to cover Tarkov 10.5 first?
Yeah, you can go over Tarkov first.
All right. So Escape from Tarkov, big PC, hyper realistic survival shooter. Go check it out. EscapeFromTarkov.com. A bunch of people on Twitch stream it. It's fun. It's in beta. Game's not complete. Game's certainly not perfect. Needs a lot of work. I will be the first to fucking tell you it has one of the worst netcodes ever, but at its core, it's a good fucking game. They just dropped a new content patch. Big shakeups. Big shakeups. So, first off, and my favorite, they finally put in the flea market. I think... Yeah, it's been a while, right?
It's been a while.
That was supposed to be midway through 2018, if I'm remembering the roadmap right. To be fair, they got a lot. They got more done than I thought they were gonna do. So, joke's on me, I guess. So what this allows you to do is you can take an item and create a trade offer, essentially. Flea market is more of a just kind of a blanket term. It's a lot like a swap meet.
It's from what I can understand of it, it's like it'd be like the Steam market for selling CS:GO skin. You can put up a want to buy offer, and then you can also list sell off.
Pretty much.
Yeah, to explain it to somebody who's never seen it before.
A lot of it is it's I have this, I want this in exchange. Basically, that's every offer you see. I trudging through. I didn't have a whole lot of time to actually fuck around on the flea market. I wanted to get in some action on some raids. I'll go further into that why here in a moment. I was trudging through the Reddit. We've got evidence of people making 2.4 million rubles in an hour.
Ooh.
It's definitely going to change up the way I play, for sure. I'm going to stay away from PvP as much as possible this wipe and just loot everything I fucking can. It definitely, I'm looking at it as it may have actually solved the money problem that I've had. You haven't played it a whole lot, I know, but you've heard me bitch. You've heard me bitch and complain about the money problem I play
it here
every
and there.
single time.
My biggest issue is I want the game to be finished. I love the game, and I don't want to get a bad taste in my mouth while it's in beta. So I'm just
and I feel that, and I'm
just staying away from it until it's fully done.
I feel that. I like playing it. Like I fall in and out of love with it. Usually, when I feel myself getting frustrated with it, I will take a break for a while. Luckily, I got back into it right before the wipe, so I had some time to warm up. Pardon me. Yeah. I think the flea market's cool. The alphas are a little outrageous right now, but if you're willing to look, you can find a few good deals on shit.
Give it time. The economy will stabilize itself.
Absolutely, because this is pretty much turning the game into a self-functioning economy.
Yeah, it'll stabilize itself. Give it time.
Yeah. And the other big thing that happened, well, I'll get to that in a moment. They added medical animations. Medical animations, consumption animations.
About time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I was tired of shooting a guy while he's spamming his hotkey for his med kit and healing as I shoot him. It definitely changes the way you play. I get to effectively play the game the way I want to. Or you
pop a guy in the fucking, chest 6 times. He jumps around a corner where you got to kind of move to get to him, and he heals up all the way, and then jumps out and pops you in the head, and you die instantly.
Yep. The first raid I hopped in, I said, fuck it. I hopped in as a scav. Luckily enough, I had meds. So I got to test it out. None of them are too long.
I thought that didn't they change the timer? It's the same time. It's just it has an animation now.
Yeah, so it's the same time. It has an animation now, but you
can't shoot while medding.
Yeah, you can't shoot while the meter's going. As soon as the meter's done, you're done. If there's animation still going, it can get canceled. But yeah, no, I had a guy who ran into a guy who was playing like he would normally, and he bounced around a corner to try and med, and he was in mid animation, shot him in the face.
How it should be.
Yeah. Don't miss your shot the first time. It definitely makes you think a little bit more about every action you take.
Yeah, hopefully it'll stop the run around like a bumblefuck idiot.
Oh, you mean the cotton method? Come fight me, Cotton.
Well, yeah, the cotton method. Because that's what I've noticed. I play it too hyper realistic. Now
you're able to do that. Now you're able to do that to a certain extent. I'm sure.
I treat it as if I get shot, I'm pretty much done for. And that's my problem with it is that's not the case. I'm not thinking of it as a more of an arcadey type thing. I'm thinking of it as what it's supposed to be, that hyper realism shooter game.
And I think they'll get there. And a lot of people are pretty shitty about the meta animations, but it's definitely something that they had been advertising for a long time as going to be part of the game.
I think people are shitty because they were told hyperrealism, and I don't think they understand what that is.
Exactly.
They hear hyperrealism and they go, oh, so it's like, CS:GO, but I can heal myself.
Exactly.
That's what they thought, and it's not that. It's definitely, I think, once it gets full hyperrealism mode, you're gonna see a lot of people taper off because there's a lot of people that don't like hyper-realistic games. Like, look at Mountain Blade.
Yeah.
It's a great game. I love watching gameplay. I'm thinking about picking it up myself, but they're making a new one, so I might wait for the new one to come out. But it doesn't have a lot of player base, but the people who play it love the shit out of it. Just like Insurgency and Arma.
Right.
Not super popular like a lot of the other first-person shooters that are kind of realistic, but not really. They're pretty close. The more arcadey ones. But I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think that's a pretty good educated guess. But I'm also okay with that. Normies, get the fuck out of my game.
That's why I got it. That's why I bought it.
Yeah, right?
That's what I wanted.
Oh, what else? Oh, they may have actually put in an answer to the heavy armor meta. The H&K MP7 is now in the game.
So, all right, I won't get into that, being a gun snob, but I got some gripes with it if it's supposed to be hyper realistic, while also being a gun snob.
Well, no, let's hear your grievances. Let's air them out.
They did some things that I'm not a big fan of with how certain caliber of rounds work and how ammunition should work. I was looking at ammo tables after a recent update, and I happened to notice that the tracer rounds do less than the normal ones, and I'm kind of like, that's not how this works. That's not how tracer rounds work. They're the same as a regular one. They just light up on the back. That's it. They're not any different.
Yeah, but they gotta give the ammunition different values and shit, I guess. You know what I mean?
No, they don't. They could give it the same value as the regular one and just make it light up when you shoot it, like a real one does.
And if that was the case, I would definitely load the last 5 of every mag as tracer rounds.
Well, that's kind of the point. That's what tracer rounds are for, is to let you know they're empty. That's why they exist. There's multiple ways to do it. Some people do it every 5th round's a tracer. I personally, when I load, do the last 5 as tracer rounds. So when I start seeing, tracers back to back, I know I'm low.
Yeah, it's time to reload.
Yeah, it's getting time to reload. I should start counting now. Because, let's face it, when you got multiple 30-round magazines, you don't want to have to keep track of all 30 rounds.
Exactly.
Well, in a firefight, you just the last 5 is tracer rounds, and there you go. When you see the first one, you go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, reload. It tells you. You get a visual cue.
Yeah, I'm definitely cautiously optimistic with everything.
Yeah, I am. I have my grievances that they claim hyper realistic, but they're doing weird things with how ammo works and how armor works, how real armor works with bullets. It goes back to that. If you make it too realistic, nobody will play it.
Yeah, they're trying to find their balance. They're making, dude, Nikita's very proud of his work, and he takes a lot of pride in what he does. I would follow that man into war.
Yeah, they've got a good balance. You got to make the heavy armor do more than the regular armor. I get that, but let's face it, a plate carrier is a plate carrier. I don't care if it's an American one or a Russian one or a European one or what style and shape it is. They all carry pretty much the same plate. Level 3A body armor is the same regardless of what it looks like.
Right.
So if they're going to have level 3A body armor for everything, it's all level 3A. It should all be treated as level 3A.
Right.
That's my thing. And I can understand maybe why they don't want to do that now. They may change that later, but that's my biggest gripe with it. And also, it took forever to get the right hand of the free world in the game. And
yes, but the FAL is now in the game.
Yeah, well,
I'm hoping to see the Rhodesian furniture in the future.
It's not quite. It's a DS Arms, which they use F&N machinery, and were licensed by F&N to make it. So it's as close to I think it was the Austrian FAL. It's the one they used. I can't remember the exact number they used, but it's not the Rhodesian FAL.
Right.
It's not. That's not the one the Rhodesians used.
They did add something else to the game. It's not quite anything super special.
What is that? Super glue to hold your gun together?
No, I wish. They added a bunch of meme items into the game that count as high value barter items. Cotton's beanie is in the game now.
No, but can you wear it?
Yes, you can.
Oh well,
yes,
shit.
You fucking
that should
can.
be.
Yes, you fucking
that
can.
That should be like the best head armor you could get.
Let's see here. Sheriff Eli, he's got a silver badge in the game. You remember the hashtag fire clean shit that happened when he got the date for the wipe wrong?
Yes.
Okay. I heard you vaping again, bringing
Yes.
attention to it again.
Yes.
So they put in hashtag fire clean gun lube. There is a golden cock statue for Chicken Prism. What the fuck else? Oh, you've seen Sequisha on Twitch, right? That dude with the huge mustache. They put his mustache in the game as a wearable mask.
There we go.
They also put Deadly Slob, the bearded Canadian himself.
Yeah.
They put in Deadly Slob's maple syrup flavored beard oil. I think there's a couple of others I can't. Oh yeah, they put in a gold 1G phone. Because Summit, played the game for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was playing it. He was playing it yesterday and the day before yesterday because the wipe happened. And I think that might be all of the meme items they put in. Oh no, they also put in an ancient hatchet. That belonged to the ancient hatchling clans of old. Anyone who doesn't play Escape from Tarkov, a lot of people like to do what are called hatchet runs, where you go in with nothing but a hatchet or your melee weapon. Pretty much everyone acquires a hatchet at some point. And you just loot. And
you loot dead bodies,
it's
crates,
a lot like,
whatever you can find.
Think of it like a Bambi from DayZ or Arma. It's just a little hatchling. So that's really cool. It's like a shitty fucking woodsman's. It looks like a huntress hatchet from Dead by Daylight, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I haven't found one yet, but I'm hoping you can use it as a melee weapon.
Oh, well, let's hope, because that would be dope. That's all I'd use.
Yeah, no, and I believe that's about everything important from the EFT side of things. So, Warframe dropped the new update as well yesterday.
Yep, we got Fortuna. We got the new open world for Warframe. By the way, Warframe players, there are gonna be some spoilers here, so it's
this is your only spoiler warning. Be happy we gave you one
at your own risk. Continue at your own risk.
So I didn't have any time to check out Fortuna because that shit dropped yesterday, and so did 10.5. I was on Tarkov, so tell me a little bit about it.
So it's their new open world. It's on Venus, which is pretty much the first planet you go to. So you can pretty much get to it at a lower level, but I wouldn't recommend it. There's a lot of things that you need to get to beforehand. You need to do a couple of the main story quests to get to where you have your
basically
operator.
Have to get through the bulk of the main story to get to this.
Yeah, you get. I would go until you get to the sacrifice, and then it won't take you long. I mean, about week and a half of play, and that's just casual play,
right?
Which is quick for any MMO out there. And you're through the main storyline for the most part. But once you do that, then you can go to Fortuna. I would recommend it. You can go whenever you want. Choice is yours. But
yeah, it's kind of like their Plains of Eidolon expansion. Previously,
it's Plains of Eidolon, but it's on Venus. It's a snow world. It's
a slave world. Let's be frank. It's a slave world.
They're not so much slaves as they are working off debt for the Corpus. They owe debt to why can't I remember his name? He runs the Index, and he's been yelling at me for the past 2 days. I can't remember his name. Anyways, that guy, he's the main evil boss there. So it's Corpus. You run into a lot of Corpus planet. Plains of Eidolon was Grineer, and Vahek was the bad guy, and then this one's Corpus. And the Corpus are, for those who don't know, are they worship money. That's what they worship.
That's the
money.
Best way to put it.
Yeah, they worship money. And the Solaris are what the native people of Fortuna are called. They are working off debts for themselves, family members, what have you, because what the Corpus are doing there is they are doing repossessions. If you ever watched the musical Repo Man, there you go. That's what they're doing. They are repossessing.
Comes in a little glass vial?
Yes, they are repossessing organs and doing what is called brain shelving if the debt is high enough. and you have to work on Fortuna running the cooling ducts, which is how they keep Venus cold and habitable. And you have to work there in order to make money to pay off the debt. But it's kind of a catch-22 because the debt just constantly goes up, or you end up putting yourself into debt, and yada, yada, yada. And the whole point of Fortuna is the Tenno are bringing back what's called Solaris United, which is sort of like the rebel group that's fighting back against the Corpus that are there to try to make themselves an independent people.
Right.
And not under Corpus rule. Added a couple new mods. Let me pull up the page here so I don't fuck this up, because there's quite a bit that got added. All right, so with Fortuna, you get K drive. We Tony Hawk now.
Hoverboard, right?
Yeah, they're hoverboards. You can do grinds and stuff on the open one in Fortuna. They're another way to get around outside of Arcwing. Arcwing's still faster, but K drives kind of give you something to do.
Some styling.
Yeah, while you're getting around.
You want to get there quick, or you want to get there in style?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the choice there. They added kit guns, which are like the Zaws from Plains of Eidolon. Plains of Eidolon had build your own melee weapons. They have different parts, and you can configure them, and they give you different stats based on what you pick. Mm-hmm. They added kit guns, which are pistols. So now you can build your own pistol, build your own secondary, kind of fit your own needs.
Cool.
They added a new companion, which are MOAs, which are the Corpus robots. They just have 2 legs.
The little bipedal robots.
Yeah, you can build your own robot, and I don't know if this is going to be usable at all, but you can give them a top hat.
Yeah, I do remember that from the
live
stream.
Dovetail. You can give them a top hat, you can give them a dovetail, and you can give them a bow tie. That's how I'm building mine. Don't care if it's meta.
Don't fucking at me.
Fashion frame is the meta. Don't at me. But you can build your own little robots, of course. They have different ones, do different stats and abilities, suit your needs. They added this right here. This bit has nothing of really importance as far as like standing. Well, it does give you standing, but and that's standing is how you rank up with Solaris United to end up buying the better blueprints for the kit guns, the mining equipment, and the fishing from the different vendors. It gives you standing, but that's about it.
Right.
You can track and trank animals out on the valley. Valis, I think is what they're calling the Orb Valley. I'm calling it the Orb Valley. That's what I call it.
Okay.
But you get this little, if you go around and you find like poop or fur, and then you'll follow the tracks and it'll take you to a little call area. You'll pull out your call, you'll do the call, and then it'll recall back, and you have to mimic it. It's got a little horizontal bar. You got to move your mouse up and down and match the call, and then it comes out, and then you got to tranquilize it. And what this gets you is for every, I think all of them are 5. For every 5 tags that you turn in, you can get a little decoration that you can place called a floof. It's like a little stuffed animal of whatever that animal is. That's all you get out of it. That's it. That's all it's for. It's for standing and that. Yeah. Mining and fishing has changed. It's advanced mining and fishing, as they're calling it. Mining is so much easier now. Mining, it used to be you had to have Parkinson's and then draw a specific shape.
Okay.
You don't have that anymore. Basically, now your gun, it's called a drill, a mining drill. When you find a node...
That kind of sounds like a Mass Effect laser cutter.
I guess. I don't know. I didn't really play much Mass Effect.
Or not Mass Effect. Not Mass Effect. Dead Space.
Yeah, I didn't really play a whole lot of that either.
Really? But it's a horror game. I figured you would have picked that up at some point.
No, I have it, but I haven't played a whole lot of it, and I wouldn't remember it if I did.
Fair enough.
But anyways, how mining works is you'll find a node. Still the beeping thing, telling you where when you're looking at it's the same. When you find a node and you scope in, you'll see little like dots that light up. You just click and hold left click, and a little circle meter will come up, and you'll have a little white box. And you let go when the meter fills up inside the box, and you do that for all the spots. Occasionally, you'll get a rare one, which is a really tiny box. And if you land inside that, then you get a guaranteed rare gem. So it's much easier to get the rare gems. Yeah, fishing is... They didn't simplify it per se. Fishing used to be you throw out your bait, you throw out your dye, you chuck the spear, hit the fish, and you got it. You got to do a little bit more now. You throw the spear, because they're robot fish, they're Orican fish.
Of course.
You throw the spear, and it sticks them, and then a little bar will come across, and it'll have a little circle like diamond thing, and you have to left click when it's inside of a purple area, and then that shocks the fish and you catch it. It also stuns any nearby fish. So when you stun and catch that one, if you escape the little animation of you showing you caught it, the other fish will just be standing there, and it's an easy second catch. But it's Orican because they're using Orican technology to help recool the planet. They're revitalizing the Orican technology. That's kind of the spiel there.
All right.
They added the missions on there. They have like Corpus facilities. On the plains of Eidolon, they were just like camps, Grineer camps. This one, it's like a Corpus facility. They have like a I think a mining one, a repair one, a build one.
Well,
but
to be fair,
inside
the
of them,
Corpus would be more apt to have like a facility set up.
yeah, they would. That's kind of their thing. But in those facilities, when you're out doing bounties, some of the bounties can be like little mini spy missions, the normal spy missions. So you got to go in these facilities and like, you're supposed to stealthily make your way through the vault without setting off the alarms and hack the terminal. But they're pretty easy. You can just run in, kill everything, set off the alarms, and hack the thing in time to get out. But you can do it stealthily if you want. I don't. I don't got time for that. I'm going in as fast as I can. They added the caves are fantastic. They're beautiful. The way the caves look are magnificent. There's, I think, 30 caves.
Well, to be fair, DE can do pretty well.
I know Steve has been working on some new lighting. I don't know if it's in this or not, but if it's not, then the new lighting is going to make it look even better.
Now, this has nothing to do with what happened to Space Mom, right? Like, there's nothing about that here?
No, there was a Chimera update, which was the one before it.
Uh-huh.
That added some more lore to that. Pretty much, you find out that the suspicions we had of we're probably going to end up fighting Space Mom are more than likely true. And you get given a new sword, which does extra damage to Tau, which are what the sentients are called. They're the Tau. You have your Corpus, Grineer, Infested, and the Tau, which are your sentients.
Right.
And Corrupted. Those are the different types of people you can fight. In Fortuna, they added Arachnoids and Orbs.
Arachnoids sound like spiders.
Well, they're all like spiders. They just only have 4 legs.
Oh, okay.
So they're mechanical spiders. The little tiny green ones that pop up everywhere are annoying as hell. They always seem to want to come up to me when I'm trying to like track an animal or I'm mining.
Like that's probably the point.
Yeah, that is the point. Then they have like, and the giant ones, the ones that make the Eidolons and the plains of Eidolon look small. Right now, they don't do anything. They have no purpose other than to be spooky. There are some that walk around that will shoot at you. So if you're out there, try to stay away from them. They will shoot at you, but you can't kill them. They don't take any damage. They're invincible. But they're trying not to have happen what happened with the plains of Eidolon, where you could go ahead and hunt the Eidolons at launch. And there was a mess there with that. So those, as of right now, serve no purpose. The large ones. The small and medium ones do. When you're out on the valley, you have like a GTA 5 wanted meter in the top left next to your map. And you can go all the way up to 4 stars, which is the max. When that happens, they start spawning jackals, hyenas, raptors. They bombard you, and the giant spiders come out after you. They are the bad guys. The Corpus are called taxmen now, is what the Solaris United people call them.
Taxation is theft?
Yeah, taxation is theft. They're called taxmen. Okay. With this, we also got a new Warframe.
Cool.
We got Edgy Girl. We got Garuda.
Oh shit.
She's Edgy Girl. She's their whole thing is Death's Crimson Maiden. The blood of Garuda's foes imboses her with strength and vitality. So what that does is it kind of tells you what she does. She's got her first ability, which is Dread Mirror, which is you rip the life force from an enemy and use it as a shield that captures damage. You can charge it to channel the captured damage into an explosive projectile. It makes this like really cool looking like bloody shield.
So it's the Titanfall kinetic shield.
Yeah, kind of like that. Then her second ability is called Blood Altar, which is by far the dopest ability she has. So she brings this spike out of the ground, right, and impales the enemy, and there's like blood everywhere. And while they're in that, it siphons the health from that person and gives it to Garuda and her allies. So it's a fucking cool ass lifesteal. But don't do it on Hydron, because I'll be annoyed because you're slowing the mission down because the enemy's considered alive and the wave won't change over. And while they're in it, they're invisible. So don't be that guy.
All right. Fair enough.
Her third ability is Blood Setting. Garuda sacrifices her health to generate energy. There's that synergy between her 3 and 2. You use her 3 to gain energy, and then you throw out her 2 to regain your health. And then Seeking Talons is her 4, which they recently changed it. She used to do like a Death Copter thing with her claws. She does something different now. I don't remember. I don't have her unlocked. It'll take me a while to unlock her. I got some things I don't like about this update. I'll get to. We got 3 new weapons. We have her. It's like a crossbow. It's called the Nagantaka or whatever. I don't know how to say half the weapons in this game.
Well, it's because they're all named fucking weird.
Yeah, that's her little crossbow. Then, if you're in a clan, you have the Kreska, which is a melee weapon. It kind of looks like 2 boppets stuck together.
All right. I can dig it.
Yeah. Then you have the Core, which is a secondary. With each kill, this pistol spawns an energy tendril that reaches for a nearby target.
Cool.
So it gets stronger with every kill. And then you have the Core, which is replacing the Opticore. Friendship with Opticore ended. Core is new friend.
Right.
So it's a charge sniper rifle, similar to the Opticore. That's the implication here.
Right.
We got new operator outfits. We've got a gas mask and like some other things. There's one called the Smelter. We have the Outrider, which kind of looks like those old white hats that British imperialists would wear when they were in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. Looks kind of like that with like a Naruto ninja mask.
Neat.
You got one. It's like kind of Grenier looking armor with a headband, and then my personal favorite is the Haztec. It's just like Cyberpunk 2077 gas mask type shit.
Dope.
Bunch of new mod sets. There's the synth mod set, the mecha mod set, and the tech mod set. Synth mod sets are just based around secondary weapons with the new secondaries.
Mm-hmm.
Better reloads. Enemies killed by sentinels have better health chance to drop, but they'll kind of do their own thing. There's the mecha mod set, which is based around having your Kubrow mark enemies, which apparently is bogus because the Kubrow sucks at marking enemies.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Well, it's extra retarded about it. It's not reliable. I was hoping, because there's an aura in it that says 40% extra damage versus marked enemies. I was hoping when they say marked enemy, it was the same as if like a player marked an enemy.
Uh-huh.
But apparently it's not. It has its own little symbol when the Kubrow marks it. So it's got to be marked by the Kubrow. So it's kind of trash.
Right.
Because the only thing it would be really useful for is like hunting eidolons or potentially the giant spiders when they become a thing.
Right.
Because you're already going to mark it anyways. And since the Kubrow is not reliable, it could mark like anything. You can't guarantee that it's only going to mark that. So it's not quite reliable. And then the Kavat one, increased crit damage in its little zone area. You get increased crit damage. The only thing the Kubrow does is you get increased status link and status duration. Does 90% status duration. So if it works decently, I'm assuming you can use that to combat Rivens. I don't have it yet, so I can't.
That'd be cool.
Also, Kubrows and Kavats now have a vacuum-like ability called Fetch.
Oh,
so
cool.
You don't have to have a carrier for that.
Right, you could use a Kubrow now.
You can use the Kubrow if you want to bring a retarded dog. Or a Kavat if you wanted to bring RNGesus.
Hey, are you calling my Kubrow Sandy Pacquiao retarded?
Yeah, because he's retarded.
Yeah, he is retarded. You're right.
As if anybody knows, Amber stars are a pain in the ass to find in the game. I think I did the math one day, and I find like 20 blue stars to every one Amber.
Yeah.
There is now an Aviaton Amber Star blueprint.
Oh.
You can get it for 10 Vitus Essence from the Arbiters of Hexus, which is stuff you get from the Arbitration mission. Which you can't do those until you've done every mission on your star map.
Right.
But you will eventually get to that.
But when you get to an end game, you have a way to get those.
Yeah, when you get to the end game, you have a way to get those relatively easier than finding. Now, my gripes about this. So I have only played it for 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a very high MR, but I'm playing with somebody who is very high MR.
Right.
They are only rank 3 with the standing for the people.
Uh-huh.
I'm rank 2. To get the gems that you need to make Garuda, you have to be the second from the last standing rank with Solaris United. And then you got to get all the gems and stuff to make it. Mind you, between myself alone in the 2 days I've played, I have, I think, 4 sets of Garuda, guaranteed 3. But I think I have 4 sets, which means I have 4 of the Neuroptics, Systems, and Chassis. So it looks to me like what they did is they made it easy to obtain the stuff, pain in the ass to create.
Right.
I liked it the other way around.
Right.
Pain in the ass to obtain, easy to create. I'd rather the drop tables not favor the part so well and it be easy to make versus the part be easy to get and it difficult to make.
Right, right.
That's just my preference, but to each their own. I get what they're trying to do here. A lot of people don't like it that way. They don't like it when, they're going after the new Warframe and it takes them forever to get it, the parts. But what they don't realize is it's still going to take them forever to get the stuff to make it. So, being a lower MR, which this is why I said if you're new, I wouldn't recommend going there because the higher mastery rank you have, the more your daily limit of standing is. For me right now, I'm at MR 13, and I think I do 7 or 8 bounties, and I've completed my standing for the day for them.
Damn.
Also, there's a guy on there called Ticker, where you can buy out people's debts, and he gives you what are called debt bonds. You need those to level up in the standing, but you can also trade those in for standing. So you can literally hand over in-game currency and resources for standing. And I got the first level of standing, and I didn't even do a bounty. Just by handing that dude money and resources.
Huh. How about that?
Yeah, so it's kind of easy to level up, but again, you're capped every 24 hours. You can only do so much standing.
Yeah, you can only do so much every day because they want to keep you coming back.
Yeah, I think they don't want, because what would have happened is if there wasn't a daily standing limit, I probably would already almost be done.
Right.
I have every blueprint outside of the kit guns and the MOAs and the K drives that you can get at first level. So I have all the fishing stuff. I have all the mining stuff. I can get all the kit guns and all the MOAs and all the first level K drive stuff, but I kind of want to wait on the kit guns for other people to waste their time making kit guns and whatnot, or for them to make a kit gun builder, so it's much easier for me to test which parts work best for what I'm trying to do, because I'm a nerd like that. And if I'm going to spend 3 or 4 days grinding, I want to make sure the gun's going to do what I want it to do.
Right.
I don't want to do it and then be like, oh, shit, I needed this one part. And then you can't dismantle it. You know, you got to start all over again. Which is not a bad thing. I guess it's just MR fodder, but I just feel bad wasting 3 days on MR fodder. And, of course, they have the daily deals where you can just throw platinum at them, which is their in-game paid currency, and just buy a kit gun. But I don't recommend it unless you get like a 50 to 75% off deal on platinum. Everything in the game.
Otherwise, you only spend platinum on fucking weapon slots and Warframe slots. Period.
Yeah. Everything in the game can be gotten for free outside of cosmetic stuff.
If you're willing to put in the time. That's the only
and even the cosmetic stuff can be gotten for free because you can go to warframe.market or warframe-market when you open relics and sell that shit for platinum, and then use that platinum to buy what you want. You can even buy the kit guns in the game for free that way.
Yep.
If you wanted to. That's a way to go about it. If you want to crack relics open and do the trading route to buy it, you can. I know I bought right before Saren Prime got vaulted, I cracked relics for about a week and bought a Nikana Prime and a Saren Prime all off of cracked relics right before she got vaulted. But yeah, Fortuna's pretty fun.
You had a lot more to say about the Warframe update than I did about the Tarkov update. That's for damn sure.
Well, that's because it's an MMO, and when I play MMOs, there's a lot. This was a big update. I think it was like 4 gigs. Massive update.
It was really only an interim update for Tarkov. They're gearing up for a big like map update and shit, but they didn't want to. I guess they want to kind of spread out the load on the servers, which I guess they finally learned their lesson.
Yeah, this was a massive update for Warframe, which I wasn't expecting until December, because their timeline when they announced it early this year was they said around the same time as Plains of Eidolon, which they announced at Plains of Eidolon at TennoCon, and it didn't come out until December after that.
Well, that's close enough.
Yeah,
Holiday
that's
season.
What I was expecting was December. Now we just got to wait on Railjack, which was the other big thing they mentioned at TennoCon. Right. So that's the next
we'll be able to cover that pretty soon.
Yeah, that's the hope. It seems dope.
All right.
Yeah, it'll finally bring some other mission types for the long players that are just kind of like, there's not much to do anymore. There's not much to do anymore. Arbitrations helped with that.
Yeah.
Fortuna brought a whole lot of new stuff, but yeah.
Legit.
Go get it. It's free to play. Ninjas play free is their little slogan. It's free.
Well, it's Space Ninjas. Space Ninjas is mad worth it. Anyway, I think that's everything.
Yeah.
We're almost sitting at 2 hours, so I'd say it's a good spot to call it.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming to see us, ball bags. Don't fucking at me.
Yeah, don't fucking at me. All right.
Oh, if you're listening this far, go ahead and smash that like button for me.
You know what? He wants you to smash it. I want you to take the like button out on a nice dinner. Okay. Take it a nice fancy dinner, and you go bring that like button home. I want you to lay it down on the bed and then just hip thrust it. Just hip thrust it.
And we're gonna leave it at that.
Let you down. Now it's in your dresser with the socks you don't like. And I'm rolling, 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 rolling with my brothers like it's Jonas Jonas. Drinking Henny and I'm trying to forget, but I can't get this shit out of my head. You probably think that you are better now, better now. You only say that 'cause I'm not around, not around. You know I never meant to let you down, let you down. Would've gave you anything, would've gave you everything. Whoa, better now, yeah. I'm better now, yeah. I'm better now, yeah. I'm better now. Ooh,
So yeah, this was the first episode of Style Swap. I hope you liked it. I surely did. I'm gonna wear this to school tomorrow. It's amazing. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment down below with a song you would like to see in an 80s version or another version. It can be any style. Let me know. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.